Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Flex. Flex on Legit Life. I got my boy Mo.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Steff Weez.
What's happening?
And Gucci Gooch.
What's going on?
Alright, man. So we're going to be getting that Steff Weez today, man. We're going to get into a little detail about how he ended his college career and the pursuit of what he's on now.
Yes, sir, man. I'm on that pursuit of happiness, man. Yeah, so
I'm going to jump right into it, man. We got a lot of questions for you, man.
Hold up. Before you start, we got birthdays coming up.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday, bro?
Shit, 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock tonight?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing?
By the time this shit drops, it's going to be my birthday. Shit, I don't know. It's whatever.
Man, I forgot you in February, too. Yeah, you the 9th. Today?
Wait,
what the 9th?
Yo, shit, wait.
The 15th?
15th. Yeah, mine's tomorrow.
That's the 9th?
Yeah, 9th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did used to like celebrate close to,
Oh, yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Happy early birthday. Make sure after this interview, we're going to get you a bottle of the cheapest vodka.
Please do,
man. That's still reserved. What's that shit called?
We're going to get you a case of 211s, my good man.
Champagne, fuck it, I ain't going to.
Yeah, we definitely can get you some Chardonnay or something real cheap.
Yeah, Rose, fuck Crystal.
Rose, who?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Try to sneak that in there.
I forgot who that was.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but yeah, that's great, man. You know, you growing up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been a lot of levels.
Man.
A lot of levels, man.
Whoa.
A lot of levels.
So
man.
thankful to be still in this motherfucker.
Hey,
dog.
you still in the game, man. You a trending
Still in
topic,
there,
man.
man.
You're
Yeah.
a real big trending topic, man. And I gotta first off salute you, man. I know
Man,
everybody in the
appreciate
room want to salute you,
Appreciate it.
man, because you've been grinding, bro.
Appreciate
We
it.
take
bro.
our hats off to you right now, man. Let's
Yeah,
get this man a round of applause for Steff Weez.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, so we want to try to talk to you about how did you converse from basketball, man, from literally being an NBA prodigy to turn into like an all-star, like you're just like
Sending Paul George to the league, all that. I'm just adding a little bit of
he's like the funniest guy, the funniest comedian from Minnesota right now, man, hands down.
Ain't no one fucking with me. Not saying comedian sitting back at the crib, man. Nah, man, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. It's been a fucking journey, man. You know, as life is crazy, bro. You never know where it's gonna take you, where it's gonna go. And I'm just like riding the waves, man, right now, man. But basketball was definitely my foundation of, you know, it helped me out mentally a whole lot, dog.
Your comfort zone?
It was like a sanctuary, man. I'm gonna bring it all the way back, but I'm gonna fast forward. But basketball was always like my escape from real life. So I feel like that's why I got so good at basketball, because it was like another world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I'm in that gym, it's just like,
see you.
yeah, I just would escape from what was going on in my real life. It was a place of peace. You know what I'm saying? Every time I was in that gym, it was just me and the basket. And then, just you know.
Man, okay, so like I know a lot of people that seen you play, man. I seen a lot of your college tapes, man.
Yeah.
I seen your high school tapes. I seen your goddamn middle school tapes, but that's more than a lot of people have seen.
Yeah.
As you grew older, like you were really NBA ready.
Oh yeah.
How do you go from being NBA ready, man? College bound, you know, you were there, you did it.
Yeah.
You were knocking it out.
Yeah.
What made you know that you had to give it up?
Man,
like, what changed?
To keep it all the way 100 with you, man. I haven't even really gave it all the way up at this point. I haven't played. I don't have the passion for it no more, I would say. But it's still fun to me. Like, I'll still go out there and give a nigga 30 quick.
And no pass the ball.
No pass the ball. That's the only reason I got to where I was at, man.
Kobe
I had that mentality of like, we gotta go get it, man. Because these motherfuckers on their team, they ain't ready to get it. Shit, I'll be the one to get it. But that mentality, bro, that shit take you far in life as much as it. You gotta have that type of mentality in a sense. But yeah, man, it was to be honest with you, man. As all y'all know me here, my mother passed away. You know, I went to college. You know, high school, killing everything. It was to a point. I'm gonna just bring y'all back to high school. So I was at high school, bro, and y'all know me. You know, I would go to the gym. I had that passion. I was always an underdog. I was like weak, but I always just that motivated me to be better. If that makes any sense. Like I always just wanted to be the best. Like, man, I'm about to. So it was a time of life where I was just balling my ass off. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting good, man. I ended up getting so good that I was like, I stopped playing. Like, literally, stopped practicing on my game. Should I say that?
Yeah.
Like, my junior year. After I was getting praised and shit, Like, man, you nice.
It start going in your head or what?
It was in my head, but in a good way. Okay. Because I built this belief system about myself, which I already practice on my game. So when you do that and you add the belief system, and this is what I want to tell everybody out here listening, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a strong belief system in whatever you do, no matter what it is. And that will take you even further than, you know, people with the actual game. Because I grew up with people that was in the gym 24/7. I'm like, man, how is he still weak? How is he still in the game, passing the ball, not shooting, making 8-10 points a game? And when I look back at it in retrospect, I don't even know if that was the right word to say, but fuck it. I'm thinking like, damn, he just lacked the confidence in himself. I had a certain confidence in myself, a belief system in myself that I was that cold, I was that dude. And then people telling me that at this level, I was like, I'm that dude. So then it came next year, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in the hood, you know, doing what I'm doing and still go to practice and kill everybody because I had that mentality. Yeah. And it carried on with me into college and all that, you know what I'm saying? And in college, like, man, it was crazy. So let me fast forward. High school, you know, I end up going to college. I get a scholarship at a D1 junior college. It's called San Jacinto, you know, one of the top JUCOs in America.
Is that Texas or?
Yeah, Texas. Yep,
Texas,
this is in Pasadena, Texas, right next to Houston. So it's like how Richfield is to Minneapolis, like just right there. So you know, we was repping Houston. But,
yeah,
you know,
you had any of the stars there with you?
Yeah, it was everybody on my team, bro. Everyone on my team was either prior D1 player that was just a transfer. Like some like my point guard went to Texas A&M, and he ended up redshirt coming to San Jacinto. Everyone from it was the top prospects in America, damn near, at my school. So everyone went D1 or came from a D1 and was just there first. So yeah, it was a lot of players. Like no one really went to the league. Everyone went overseas and did big things. You know, people probably got like 10-day contracts, but nothing too much. You know.
Yeah.
But we still had the team. Like everyone on there was fucking dope. You know what I'm saying?
So that was your first year in college?
Yeah, first year in college. First and second year in college. Yep, I went there for 2 years. And, you know, as a JUCO, you only do 2 years. I wish it was a 4-year because I would have stayed there my whole college career and probably went to the NBA out of there if it was, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we in conference playing with all the top players, you know, the Jimmy Butlers. Like, that was one of my rivals. Me and Jimmy Butler used to, you know, going head-to-head. Like, every time we played, we was, like, two of the best in the conference.
Yeah.
Like, so he seen me, 30 ball. You know, he dropped 20, 30 on me. I dropped 20, 30 on him every time we played each other.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, so, but there's a few NBA players that came out of that conference alone, but it was tough. But then again, it's like you're going to run into them players that are, like, from the hood and have, like, I don't know how to say it, like, just issues or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what our team was, like, a lot of
people that got other things going on.
A lot of people that just got either bad grades or just something that's like, how the hell you
that's
ain't
holding them back?
How you ain't D1 and just, you know what I'm saying, whether it's your upbringing or whatever the case may be, because the talent was there by far. We would smack any team, and we was just cold on a whole other level. But I went there 2 years, boom, ended up going to where's that? I went to Utah State.
Utah State,
yeah, Utah State D1. There. We went 30-5. Shout out to them, man. They can't erase what we were. Best record of school history. The first year I did. Is that a coincidence? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? The whole goddamn lifespan, y'all whole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even mention that, but I got a couple rings there because we won the state, not the state. We won the conference and the tournament. So we won 2. So I got 2 fat ass rings from there. We went 30-5. Great
That's
year.
Utah State?
Yep, Utah State, yep.
How long did you do there?
I just did 1 year there.
1 year Utah, 2 years in San Jac.
Yep. And I was, to be honest with you, I went there with a mindset of, I went there with good intentions, but when I got there, I didn't really understand how boring the shit was. You know what I'm saying? So it threw me off. You know, me coming
state or the school?
The state, the school, the environment. You know, I'm coming from the inner city now. I'm going out there dealing with Mormons. This is like, what are we doing? Y'all ain't even partying. We ain't even damn near drinking. If I do drink, I'm going to a baseball party, and it's just
a couple beers.
A lot of people I can't relate to, and you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, but I'm just getting slapped doing me.
Yeah.
You know, but it was just...
It was out of your comfort zone.
Out of my comfort zone, man. But I went in, going to that school. I'm going to bring it all the way back. The dude that recruited me was at the University of Minnesota, so I was technically supposed to go to the University of Minnesota. But Dan Monson and them came and moved. It was a head coach. They came, Tubby Smith, or whoever the hell came and moved the coaching staff moved him out, and he went with him. So Tubby Smith brought a whole new staff in. So I just followed my dude to Utah State. And let me tell you what else happened. 2 weeks before school started, I went to my coach, the dude that recruited me, ended up going to Santa Clara, a different college. But you know, it's politics, so it's like money.
Wow, so everybody.
So I was out there stuck.
Moves.
Yeah, so it's like you recruited me. I'm coming out here. You got all these promises, but then you get a better job, which I understand is for your family. So really ain't nothing I can do. And
so
I had all these schools recruit me: Cincinnati, Charlotte, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? I got all these big name schools. Well, not super big, but good amount of schools recruiting me. And I just went there off of the strength of him.
Yeah.
So if anything else, I would have went down to like a Sun Belt school and did my thing. And I would have probably played in a system that was way better for me than Utah State. But Utah State, it was a good system. It showed me like the discipline and the like teamwork, because we really played as a team. That's why we were so effective. We weren't the best team. We weren't the athletic. We had white boys, you know what I'm saying? Damn near our bigs can barely dunk. Well, one of them could. Shout out to my boy. Gary and Ty, you know, they could dunk, but it was just like unathletic. Like you would look at our team like, how the hell is this team gonna win? But we were smacking teams because we were disciplined and we followed through with the plays. We went through screens. Like this is a life lesson that I learned. Like wow, it could really happen. Real teamwork. Yeah. It's just working together, following through, setting team screens for your team. And I'm like, wow, this is a real team, and I understand now like the importance of it. Opposed to coming from, just say, for instance, coming from my JUCO where we have all killers. Like, how this team would
everybody could put up,
but
50.
Everybody was on their own time, so we had a different chemistry. We didn't play together. Everybody was out to get theirs. Even though I was lead scorer, I got mine 5 times. Yeah, but all snipers, all cold, all could do it. But it's like, nah, it's a team thing, bro. You gotta have a role.
There's 2 ways to win. You know what I mean? You can either have your Kobe Bryants who win the whole game by their damn self. You know what I'm saying? Kobe dropped 81. He said, I'm not passing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he just knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it's teams like that win just because all stars are on the team. Yeah. And there's teams that win because they play fundamental.
Correct.
That passes the ball. And you see those teams like, how are these guys winning? But they really win.
They just
like using the strategy. You use your strategies and you use the fundamentals. That's there.
Mm-hmm.
You can really win games too. And some people get, full. Like, how the hell are these guys knocking down threes? But screens being set and playing the right roles really do make a team.
People perfecting their roles, man. People on our teams, we had people that was just die-hard rebounders, die-hard screen setter, die-hard passer. People just knew their roles and perfected it. Hit the shot, the open shot. Everyone was good, but everyone also were just perfecting their role on the team. That's how we won. So many games, man.
So that's Utah State?
Utah State, yep.
Was it a lot of bitches?
Yeah, it was a lot of Tatiana. But it was a warmer school, so they don't even, have to do the stuff, All y'all out there know what I'm talking about. They don't do the stuff. It's against their religion.
They don't sling the...
So no getting loose.
Man, no getting loose.
No,
you know me, I definitely got loose, but I had to get loose, you know what I'm saying, on a...
Outside of campus?
Different, no, mostly the athletes on the campus, female athletes. I was, a little bit of track here, a little volleyball, a little basketball. I found my way. I found a way, but it was tough, man, because I just know coming from Texas, doing my thing out there, it was a whole different transition.
So Texas,
the work slowed up, if you know what I'm saying. I'm like, God, I was just moving 20. Now hard to move one a week.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
So you go from Texas, 2 years in Texas at a JUCO to Utah, which was a better look, but
correct.
Basically your team, not your team, but your recruiter and the guys that brought you in, your whole...
Yeah, I was out there by
myself.
myself.
You were there, you ended up getting stranded.
Yeah, I got stranded, man, and it was hard mentally, man, going through, just doing it solo, man, because you're away from your comfort zone and you're out there with it was just like a lot of just... hear trees and mountains, it was a lot of self-reflecting. Yeah, it was tough, man.
So what did you do after that? That was at your last year in college?
Nope, I ended up going down to Texas. I went back down to Texas. I actually was going to University of Houston, but they have a whole thing when you transfer D1s, you got to sit out a year. So I was like, F that, I'm just about to go play at a school. One of my homeboys from my junior college was down at a school in Texas, so I ended up just going down there in Texas with him. I'm like, all right, I'm about to just play this last year, and then I'm about to go overseas or go pro.
Okay.
And yeah.
How did that pan out? So
I went down there. I did great. First team all conference. You know what I'm saying? Killed. Still was in the mindset of the Utah State system, so I was still real passive when they wanted me to be out there and just damn near shoot every shot on some Kobe stuff.
Yeah.
But my mind was more of like,
still
it's hard because it's just like when you come from a system, you damn near stand it. You know what I'm saying? It was like
it was a program that worked.
Yeah, it was a program that worked. So let me tell you what happened. I went from averaging like 10 points a game for the first season, the first like it was like 12 games. I went on break. I came back with a different mentality and ended up averaging 27 the rest of the thing. So it panned out to be like 17 points a game or something, but it was still first conference.
Right.
So, but it was like I killed. Like I came back with a different mindset. Like, I gotta get it, man. This is the end of the. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was good. Let me tell you what happened. So I'm okay. I got killed. I ended up linking up with this agent. He was a BS agent, right? I don't know nothing about that. I'm so used to teams coming to me, recruiting me, sending me letters, taking me out to, flying me everywhere. But when you go into that pro level, it's a different league, especially knowing that the school I came from was small. So if I would have stayed at Utah, my whole career would have been different. But this goes with, no guidance.
As far as better outcome?
Better outcome as far as my basketball career went.
Oh, because they're only going to
pick. Yeah, because we're on the top. We were ranked in the nation. The team we lost to was... We went to the NCAA tournament. A lot of teams never do that in their life. We ended up losing in the first round to Marquette, which had 5 NBA players on it. Jimmy Butler, Wesley Matthews, Dominic James. They had a killing team. Haywood. They had.
So you would have got better looks if you had stayed in that
small town. And I would have. They were a sniper there. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I did my thing. They loved me. They were begging me not to leave. Yeah. But my mental, I was like,
you wanted to be more out.
I wanted to be back in the scene, man.
Yeah.
I was, and that's something that I learned in life. Like, dang, man. If I just had a little bit of guidance, I would have stayed. Didn't have that guidance, bro. Didn't have that no one to talk to about that. Like, stay. Except these coaches were, in my mind, they're all, you just want me for your, you know what I'm saying?
Is that where the mentality comes when people say like it's not about what you know, but it's who you know?
That's huge in life. It's huge in life. That's very big. The politics and everything. So, it's politics everywhere. It's about who you know. Yeah, that's huge. No matter how good you are, because I played with my point guard in high school. He was averaging 34 points. He was so hood. He was so bad. This is JUCO. He was the coldest basketball player, hands down, I ever seen. But he couldn't. He had his genes. He just would cuss out. They couldn't do nothing with him. So no matter how good his game was,
something like Iverson, huh?
Iverson, but he was from down where Iverson's from too. But he was just like Iverson, but he ain't had
Georgetown.
that.
Where Iverson from? Philly.
Yeah,
Philly. Yeah.
He went to Philly. I think he's from Virginia.
Yeah, he is from Virginia.
Yeah, that's where my boy was from.
Yeah,
he was from Virginia, but he just was so hood. You couldn't do nothing with him. He told one of the people that worked higher up in the school, like, suck my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, this is damn near way bigger than the basketball program in the school, but you just talking to any woman like this, like, you got kicked out.
Yeah. You gotta be humble.
You gotta understand that, how to switch it. And thank God I pick up good. That's where like I'm getting into my acting career, but I pick up good on how to be, even though I wasn't taught. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good observer. So I think that helped me a lot too in life. Just to see how someone acts and just to like mimic that.
That's a great personality. That's a great mindset to have. To be able to switch it up, because that's a lot of people's downfall.
Yes, and it's definitely hard, especially because our wordplay.
Yeah.
Anything, even though I learned a lot of stuff, like I can talk about everything, but sometimes I'll slip up and say some hood shit like, oh yeah, for sure. It's just like it's like it's just me though. At the end of the day, now I'm just embracing it. Yeah, it's just who you are.
That's dope, man. So you did 3-4 years in college.
Yeah.
Man. You kind of jumped around a bit. It sounds like, but you didn't have the right system. So
right system. I was always just but I love my first school though. It's only a 2-year school.
I actually came down and visited you down there. That JUCO. San Jack.
No, you visited me in Texas.
That was at San Jack.
No, that was Angelo.
That was San Angelo?
Yeah, that was my last school. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was boring as hell to me though.
Yeah, that it was imagine that, but all. You get what I'm saying?
I got a question for you.
Imagine that.
When I came down there to visit you, why was the first place you took me was to the basketball, to the court? Well, you took me to the gym, bro.
For?
Yeah, like I came on vacation. You said we finna turn up.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, we end up in the gym shooting shots. I said,
That's pretty much
I
all
said,
we
brother,
do
I
out
didn't
there.
come out of town to play basketball.
We went on that world tour after that, though.
Yeah, after that we did get it in, man.
We got on that
We
road.
shot a lot of BB guns and
Yeah, it was
bullshit.
that's the college life that they don't tell you about though. You know, you got to be real specific with a school out there that you go to. You got to know where you're going, man. And I went out there on a visit, but it was like the only reason I went there because I knew someone from my junior college, and it was just like that. You know,
you got to bond with somebody.
You got to bond. It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had so much fun. I'm still connected with them to this day. So that just shows you how life and everyone else just weeded out, but he was one of them.
Alright, so I'm gonna fast forward a bit, man. So you wrap up college, man. You kind of get done. You get done hooping, man. What's the next steps you really knew that you were good at? Like we always knew you were funny. Everybody knows how funny. But high school, you'll put somebody in the oven, bro.
Yeah,
like
roasting.
You were known for putting somebody in the oven. You know,
Quick
on top of getting your ass roasted, you
definitely got.
I feel you got jokes for you too.
The nose jokes, all that.
But you definitely was a comedian even in school while playing basketball.
Too funny, man. You know, part of growing up, man. It was just a part of me. So the whole time I was at school hooping, always still had that funny thing. You know, always crack jokes in practice. Like everybody, it was just who I am, man. It's me. So just coming out of the basketball, like I didn't give up, and I want to tell people why. Like what really happened. Like I ended up getting jerked. I was supposed to be on the NBA, the summer league, the Jazz team. My agent pretty much put me on the back burner, didn't pretty much just shitted on me, and worked with another player which was in the NBA. He's in the NBA right now, but he was killing, so he just had a lot, he went through one of them programs.
What's his name?
Jeremy Evans. You know, he played for the Utah Jazz and was killing, you know what I mean? So I was supposed to go through that whole thing, but my agent, he damn near burnt me, you know what I'm saying? Didn't hear from him, so now I'm sitting there turning down gigs overseas thinking I'm going to the NBA. And I got shitted on, boom, whatever. I just say, fuck it. All these jobs done passed me up. Now I just got shitty-ass jobs, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not going over there for that much. Ended up finishing my degree because I was so close. Finished the half year of school. Got my college degree, you know, made moms happy. And come back to the city. And, you know, I just going out every day, just getting caught up.
Got back in your old ways.
Old ways, you know what I'm saying? Going out, because it's like I'm free. Like I've been in school this whole time, so now I'm like free. Just come back and just want to live my life, you know, turning up every night, getting fat and shit before you even know it. And then I'm like, fuck all that. I need to get overseas, you know what I'm saying? And then I ended up just practicing for like a month, literally, because there was a camp I heard about, a pro camp. Boom, I goes over there. I get trial for this pro team. I get picked up on a traveling USA team. Go to this USA team. I'm over in Australia. Now I'm out there getting buckets. Boom, get picked up by a team. This whole time is going down. My mother got cancer. You know what I'm saying? So it's sitting on my mind. I'm over there, but I also feel guilty at the same time. Like, man, my mother's, they gave her, you know, X amount of time to live. So it's sitting on my conscience. I get picked up by this team. I'm down there for a couple months. I just end up just shooting back to the crib. And since then, I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? I haven't took basketball serious.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to say I salute you because that's something that you were supposed to do. Yeah. And you are, you know, a grown man and you make your own decisions and you know how valuable time is. Time is more valuable than anything.
Valuable, yeah.
You know, so for you to make that strong move and just, you know, be the son that you are, you know, I know you're a great son. I know your mother personally, Amy Bartholomew, shout out to her, man, great woman. She's living a great life. She's resting in peace. She's doing great. We love her. So you made that strong move for your mother. Yeah. And you kind of just never had a chance to get back to it.
Yeah, I just never really had that spark, man.
Did you lose the motivation after that, or did you
man. I just picked up another thing, man. I was doing the videos, man. It would just start picking up for me. And I sort of just like damn near put basketball aside, like, man.
I kind of, well, to be honest, I think that's a better outcome because you can really take your life in your own hands with this comedy. You know, like, all the choices are up to you now. You know, like, you don't have to worry about getting jerked by any coaches. You don't have to worry about
plays,
strings. Like, your life's in your hands. You're taking your destiny in your own hands. And that's what makes a man.
Yep.
You know, like,
and it's
even though you got the talent to be one of the greats. How tall are you, by the way?
I'm 6'3". I can still to this day, like I don't know if y'all been seeing my Instagram lately, but I literally will get in shape, bro, and kill everybody.
You want to shout out the Instagram one time for people?
Yeah, my Instagram is Steff Weezy. Y'all can scroll back through like it's at Steff Weezy at STEFF_WEEZY. Yeah, go check my gram. Go look at my videos, man. Y'all gonna see.
Check out some of them videos.
Better highlights than goddamn ESPN, man. Y'all want to go get a good. See me shooting from half, eyes closed, all that, man. I can really get back into it and play professional right now. If I just lock in for 2 months, like Weez, you're going to play professional. I'll lock in and go play professional.
And I believe that. I know that, but at the end of the day, it's like what you're chasing. And obviously, you're not chasing that right now.
Nah, not the ball right now.
I think you're on a better path, man, to be honest. You know, like, basketball would have been great because y'all have passion for it, but... You know, like this comedy stuff, man. Everybody's in need of a good laugh.
Yeah, it's
you're
universal,
like the first
man.
person I go to.
It's the universal law, man. Everybody. And that's one thing I was weighing out too. I was like, man, I got something with this because you know it started off as a game. First, it started off as me looking at it, like, man, watching people's stuff. Like, this is what's popping right now. Vine. I'm like, this is corny. You know what I'm saying? Not to be no hater, but I'm like, I could do this. Then what I do, I just did it. Start juking off it. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, hold up. I got something here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, and that helps people, you know?
Yeah.
That helps people a lot more than watching the basketball game, you know? Because if you can make people laugh, bro, like, that's a power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people can have a worse day, bad days. You know what I mean? And for you, Steff Weezy, you know, you switching from basketball to comedian, but you always been funny. So you're still giving, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You're giving in a different sense, but it's helping people because even on some of my bad days or I'm irritated or something, I run across your video on YouTube or something, you know what I'm saying? It changed my whole perspective. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm laughing and I'm ready to just roast somebody. Just take everything as a joke.
I have a question. How you link up with Los and them?
Out in L.A., man.
All right.
I met B-Dot. This goes back to the pro camp. I met B-Dot at the pro camp that I went to. We both got picked up, so we was both together the whole trip. So me and him built that connection, and he ended up taking off like crazy off of just one of his videos. And then like the same time B-Dot, like he found his niche, which was that. So one of them videos went viral. He on ESPN and stuff, so he just started his whole thing around that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like he was doing different videos. He was doing hood videos. He was doing just all types of stuff like
Jumping
me.
around a bit?
Yeah, jump around like me. Yeah, like that's what I do right now. I still jump around because I do stuff how I want to. So I'm coming into, okay, I'm taking it to another level. But yeah, that's how I met him, was at a camp.
Well,
Los and B-Dot was college teammates. So that's how he know them. So when I moved to L.A., I went to L.A., we all ended up staying together in one big crib. Me, Los, B-Dot, you know what I'm saying? Another dude, like that do art, like just on some creative stuff. And we all was just under one little umbrella, just doing these videos, grinding it out.
Man. That's dope, man. So, basketball lover, comedies now. What are you in the midst of doing right now? Like, where do you see your life at right now?
Right now, man, I'm understanding, because you know, like when you go through life, you really just like learning, man. Life is a big ass just learning experience, and what I'm learning now is like I'm in control of the content. You know, I built a big enough fan base or following that I can do what I want to with it. And what I mean by that is like I'm going into directing. So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give my life back in a different way, and I can, if I'm saying, if I can create a couple minute skit, I can do a movie. All it is connecting that together. I improved that on every level of that, but it's like now it's like, let's get into this directing mode. Now I'm studying the greats, like I can do this. Why haven't I been doing this?
Where does your ambition come from though? Like, how do you keep striving every day? Like, are you just comfortable with yourself, or
man, never, bro.
What advice do you give to people, man?
I'm always in search, bro. I'm always in search for inspiration. So I'm never comfortable. I'm always trying to grind. I'm always trying to get better. So even with what people see from me now, all the content that I posted, bro, I'm always on to the next one, bro. Like I'll come out with the funniest skit I ever done, and I'll drop it. And once I drop it, I'm done with it, bro. I'm already like, all right, come on, we on to the next idea. Like I'm just always keep on like the Energizer Bunny, bro. You gotta keep on moving, man, for anybody. And the thing, how you even get to the level that I'm at, and I'm nowhere near where I'm about to be in life, bro. But where I'm at, it comes from just doing, bro. Like one of the simplest damn slogans that Nike, just do it. You just gotta do it, bro. You're gonna find out how to do everything else in the midst of what you're doing. Like even me, I had no clue where I was doing now. Now I got a clear vision of I want to direct, because now I can do hood stuff, because I have so much life experiences that I can tap into so many different things. I can do a college player. I could do a movie about why you ain't go pro, how people that were supposed to go pro that don't go pro, where their life is now, and you get what I'm saying? Like I can create everything through that. You know what I'm saying?
That motivation, man. Where does that motivation come from? Because like me personally, I see you every time. Like me, D Weez here, man. We see you. Yeah. You bring us up because you are just like. Every time we see you, you're happy. You know what I mean? You always have a positive vibe. You carry yourself in a positive manner. You know what I mean? But do you ever have problems? Like
it comes,
We never see the dark side.
All the time, bro. I got problems all the time, man.
How do you wake up positive though?
Yeah, it's really, you gotta train yourself, man. This is the biggest thing that I say for anybody that's not in a good place in life, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's either you're living in the past or in the future. I like to value the present moment of what's going on now.
That's dope.
So everything that's going on, like this moment never happened in life. You know what I'm saying? Like people are usually thinking about a future, something that could happen. Like, man, this is going to happen.
Thinking too far
or
ahead.
You're thinking in the past something that already happened. None of that. It's irrelevant. It's good to learn because you know how to move, like life experience. But you can't stay in the moments, bro. I always get out of the moments and I go to what makes me happy, what makes me feel good. So I'm always on that type of time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that just helps
present
me, bro.
time.
Yeah,
so
and
time.
And gratitude, bro, because I the difference I seen between a lot of unhappy people and happy people is a sense of gratitude, bro, because it's so easy to think about what you don't have opposed to what you do have, because we are so blessed, bro. Healthy, beautiful kids, just life, bro. We still here. We made it through where people haven't made it through. We have homies that are locked up right now doing 10, 20 years. Yeah. We were one bad day of doing that, and just imagine how sick we would be. So I just love to be thankful for everything, bro. And that brings way more. That's and not dope. To say that I'm always like that, but because I went when my mother passed away, I experienced that. All those other emotions, bro, that I never felt before. It was like, dang, like this is. I see how people spiral down. I can see how people. I never understood. Like, I always was a kid that was giving homeless people money on the corner. I go out to LA, like, how could you even get to that point? But now going through life, that's not hard, bro. Yeah, you could spiral down in that mental and be trapped in that. So I'm always escaping that. And with that being said, it's like I'm always seeking how can I not be like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Reading self-help books, positive books, and what's coming back, the correlation is God first and foremost, but them same principles of gratitude, what they teach in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Like that self-help thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not real religious like that. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power, but the principles in the Bible this is it, bro. Like I believe in Jesus Christ and all that, and I'm like, dang, this is real, because I'm a questioner, bro. I'm always questioning now, especially going through life. I'm questioning the way of my thinking.
Yeah.
This is not right. Well, why am I thinking like this? This is you know what I'm saying?
Can you speak on that self-help? What you learned about that?
Oh, just like what I said, like the gratitude, man. Self-help is very important, and even us, like growing up from seeing murders, you know what I'm saying? Like I witnessed murders with you, you know what I mean? Like that's not normal, bro. That can throw you off, man. It's like PTSD, but you have to take care of yourself, man. From the food that you put in your body, from the things you consume, bro. Like this is very important, and you have to do research. Like when my mother passed about cancer, it was foreign to me in my brain until she had it. Now I'm digging deeper. Like, wait, what is this about? Why'd you get cancer? What's the causes of cancer? Now I'm doing deep under things they're never going to teach you in school. You know what I'm saying? We learn a certain thing from the school system, which is they've been teaching this for years and years. It's like, no, this ain't real. What do they know? You got to go under. And do you think people that really took you from where you at, they're going to teach you about you? And this is getting a little deep.
Yeah.
But like, just say for you, your blood type is a different type than opposed to someone else. You have to learn what your blood type is, and you have to eat according to your blood type. You get what I'm saying? So there's Mexicans that can eat beans and, you know what I'm saying, taco. This is a part of their diet. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like it's healthy for them.
It gets so deep. It gets so deep
it
matches their blood type. So this is a diet they can live 100 off of. But if you're not eating what you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like on the real, we ain't supposed to be consuming meat.
Yeah,
bro, that's all of that is bad, bro.
Yeah,
and they want to talk about all of this. Oh, you need that protein. Like, get the F out of here. That's BS. If you telling me that, so why is a big ass gorilla could rip your head off, and all he eats is berries and fucking leaves? Like, can you please explain that to me?
Mm-hmm.
How where did the muscles come from? They're built just like us. Their DNA is just like humans. How is this happening? So it's just deeper into that, but that goes with knowledge seeking. So now I'm questioning stuff like, man, what is this? Man, how is this? Why am I feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all types of intense research on stuff and learning. But prior to that, you just thinking that this is normal. You thinking you're supposed to be mad and like that. I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to be that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've been into that
it's
way.
so hard to get away from though.
It's very hard.
Very hard.
But I'm going to tell you what I learned about that subject is practice. Just like anything else in life. You have to practice on that shit. You got to meditate. You gotta see your, like a visualization, bro. You gotta see yourself being happy even when you ain't. You gotta give that little time to yourself. And a lot of people, as easy as it sounds, a lot of people won't even do that. They won't give themselves 15 minutes to sit in peace in the morning. Don't go grab your phone. Get in meditation mode. Visualize yourself being happy.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be weird. But once you keep on practicing that, bro, the vision's gonna be more clear. Yeah. It's gonna be everything's gonna come into you in that way. You know what I mean? Your life's gonna be happier, bro. It's gonna be gratitude.
Yep. Right about that, man.
Yeah. That's mad. That's mad dope, man. It's good to hear, you know. 'Cause like we grew up together. Me, you, Flex over here, D. Weez, Gooch. Yeah. We all grew up together, man, and we all got different mindsets. And I know me personally, I look in the future a lot, and I also look in the past a lot. Yeah. But I do take time to look at the present. You know, like I give thanks for what I do have. Yeah. And I'm happy with it, but it's still always so hard, man. And like D Weez, Flex legit, he wanted to have a conversation on suicide because like,
oh man, that's
having
so
the mind that you're thinking a lot of people don't have, it's really hard to find ways out of it. You know,
it's so real.
The easiest way is suicide now,
and it gets overlooked so much, man. High. It gets so overlooked, man. When people, and this is why I always say, man, when someone reaches out to you, no matter what, I always do it though. I always respond. I always give someone a good tip or anything, but it's so common, bro. People, you never know what people are going through, bro. They be at the edge. I just played in a suicide awareness game, and they were just talking about the story about how, you know, she was like her cousin, you know, just committed suicide, but she didn't answer the call and she was just brushing it off. Like, we all going through stuff too, but you gotta take that time when someone comes out to reach out to you, bro. That's important to listen. Just be a ear, man, because you never know what someone's going through in that time, in that day. And that's why I always just like to leave people with a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Or when you see me, I want you to just be a little bit better, like smile a little bit. Just remember me for that.
We draw off your energy. Like all of us, we all homies, we draw off your energy. You know what I'm saying? And it motivates me, you know, like it helps me keep the demons away. You know, like when I see you, I know it's a brighter day. You know what I mean? Because we come from, like you say, we come from a lot of struggle and pain. We've seen a lot of things, but for you to still be as strong as you are, to keep smiling, keep laughing, keep cracking jokes, it brings me all the way into reality. You know, I push the same thing on D Weez, Flex. You know, D Weez, you know, he comes with his thoughts. We put them together, you know, and teamwork. You know what I mean? And
in our life,
we definitely,
our life is not normal, bro. Like, we come from survival. We live in a survival state of mindset. Everybody, you know, you got to get it. That's not normal, bro. You know what I mean? So our whole life, bro, we going through PTSD. We stressing. Like, it's not a good, you know, you driving, like, people notice it about me. They like, man, I'm always all over the place, but this is me growing up. You know, I'm in the car, I see everything around me. So it's like a gift and a curse at the same time because I learned so much stuff about the streets and the way of thinking. But you can't. It's good. It's good so deep. That's why you really gotta we gotta, because it's like even when I deal with people, I deal with them on a gratitude. I don't look at them like, man, this person is gonna, rob me. Whatever you do, because what I understood about life is however you deal with a person or however you look at them before you even know them, like you'll have a feeling about
their
them.
Character.
Yeah, but it's like this is a reflection of your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I always give people a chance to show
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so once they show me or see one of them things that remind me, I'm like, all right, this is how I got to deal with you. Yeah. But before that, I'm gonna give you gratitude. I'm gonna show you love. I'm gonna respect you. Everything is gonna be.
And that's versatile.
Yeah,
man. You know how to play people to their abilities.
Yeah, especially me how I look. Coming up, like man, I look
just
like
coming off like, and that's a good thing to say because you come off and you give people the respect and dignity they deserve until they show you otherwise.
Yep.
And some people don't. Like I come off sometimes I usually try to do that. Yeah. But I can come off in a sense of fashion as far as I can look at them and judge them. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be one of the coolest persons. Yeah. You'll be like, man, this dude look like he finna take something. He thirsty. I'm finna come up. I'm coming on straight goon mode. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming like, oh yeah, I'm not finna let him play with me. Yeah. He'd be the one that gave me the money for the bus. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. But I already judged him, and I missed out on maybe a blessing or a good friend. You know what I mean? So to be able to give people the benefit of the doubt, man, like that's a strong suit to have, man. Always, That's a very strong suit to have, man.
And if you moving like that, you giving people that good energy, your intentions are pure. If they cross over, you say you do get. But I like getting burnt over, to be honest, because I just know, like, damn, I'm glad because it could have got deeper. It could have been way worse. I'm glad you showed me your hand this early. I just know not to mess with you. I know how it's good.
That's dope, man.
And it's like I can't be worried about the future. I never be worried about like a deep situation because if I'm living in fear, you're just you lost, bro. You can't live in fear. That's why I move differently. Like
that's one thing.
I never think about the bad things that can happen.
So basically, we kind of running out of time, Steff Weez, man. But we definitely love this first part of the interview, man. We're gonna definitely have a part 2. Yeah. I want to crack down on a couple more little questions, man. I want to make sure you give out your Instagram, give out all your information. Yeah. We got Stevan Williams, man. He's a real prodigy coming up in Minnesota. We were basically born here, man, and he's doing big things, man. I want everybody to follow him, man. You're going to be hearing more from him. He's a big part of Legit Life. He has his own brand. He has one of those ones, which is a great clothing line that he's pushing. And we're just trying to make moves, man. We're making big moves. We got D Weez in the building. We got Gucci's helping out with the producing. Man, we got a great team, man. We structuring and
we building, man. This is the beginning stages, man. This is where everything starts.
Man. So I'm gonna have you drop everybody with all your information, your Facebook. Let's get your Instagram. Let's get anything. If people just want to start checking up on you until we get part 2 out, man. Yeah. Just give a shout out to all the people and drop them with a little ending bomb.
Before I end it, I just want to shout out to y'all, man. Legit Life, D Weez, M Sneeze, man. I appreciate y'all for even starting this thing because y'all giving a platform for people to come out, get their testimony, stories, and the grind. Because y'all saying you did it, man. You have the idea, y'all have the idea. Legit Life, you put it into motion. You have a clothing, y'all start the podcast. This is like y'all taking them action steps, bro. This is how anything is created, bro. And you got to remember, everybody in their life starts from zero. So people out there listening, you got to start somewhere. So don't be discouraged from whatever. You could post a video, you don't get no views, it don't matter. You started. This is where everything starts. You're going to learn how to grow a following and build, in time. But you got to start somewhere. Well, long story short, I'm just trying to speed it up. My Instagram is Steff Weezy, STEFF_WEEZY. Facebook, Steff Weezy. Twitter, Steff Easy. Pretty much anything with the Steff Weez, I'm going to pop up. But I just started TikTok, Steff Weezy, same thing. And, I'm about to grow on there.
YouTube?
That's a new, YouTube, Steff Weezy. You just pop Steff Weezy, I'm going to pop up, man.
Oh, you're going to get a lot of comedy on that YouTube, man.
Yeah, I hit them with a lot of funny type stuff. Anything, life things, man. Anything that come to my mind, bro, I like to put it out there, man, because I know we all, similar, man. We all got the, I'm going to say stuff people ain't. Rapping it.
Well, man, I appreciate you, man. We definitely appreciate you. Like Mo said, man, it's going to be a part 2, man. I like what you said about that self-help, that self-care, man. That's real deep. and people stuck living in survival mode.
Yeah, we can.
So that's really deep, you know. So until next time, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Man, appreciate you, man. I can't wait to get back on here. Hey, it's almost time to.
All right, y'all. We out.